So not many topics, but I would like to be a bit focused on a couple of topics to enhance our understanding of the challenges and how these systems can at least try to address these challenges. We have a company here, which is the main company, and with its production processes. But the production processes are designed and dedicated primarily for the primary products, not for the secondary outcomes of secondary products. And then we know there's very well-established supply chain for these primary products, and with a quite established market and the demand from that market. So we are very well aware of what's happening here on the very left-hand side, like with the primary products. But when it comes to secondary outcomes, those are where our industrial symbiosis focus is placed, really. But those are sometimes byproducts, sometimes waste, but also in our understanding, any kind of underutilized resources can be included here, such as human resources or any other, even location, even facility that are underutilized can be considered as a secondary output. Then, of course, for the secondary output, which is our interest here, we can have some symbiotic exchange opportunities where the waste or the byproduct can be still kept in the loop of circular economy. We are talking here about symbiotic exchanges. That means there will be some customers of these waste and byproducts. So in order for any companies to be a receiver of these byproducts or waste, and to fulfill the requirements of the symbiotic exchanges, there should be some criteria to be met, actually. So for any symbiotic exchanges, there should be first stability and continuity. That means since this receiver of secondary outputs, they are very much dependent on the primary product production, because if there is no production here, that means there will be no secondary output or waste or byproduct. That means there will be some discontinuity. This dependence affects a lot industrial symbiosis and its operational dynamics. And second, there should be some economic profit out of these symbiotic exchanges. Since there are a lot of cost allocation and the investment in facilities that are creating this or making these symbiotic exchanges possible. Also risk involved as well. And there are other stuff maybe you have already discussed in other lectures as well. Any changes in the production process can be affecting the secondary outputs, therefore the materials that are coming to the receivers. So that's a kind of big picture that can explain us what kind of challenges might appear here. Among the main challenges, the first one is a kind of this mismatch in terms of quantity, which is volume, time, and in terms of geography. Those are the critical indicators that can identify or differentiate a good symbiotic relationship from the kind of poor one. And also the quality is another issue, because even the best volume or the most optimal volume with quite timely and quite in a good locational conditions for a symbiotic relationship with low quality or poor quality products that can affect that relationship in a negative way. But here we will develop another maybe philosophy or a slogan. We will say, do not waste your waste, because waste can be considered as a primary product for the receiver company. And there will be challenges in terms of logistics and inventory, especially when it comes to storage of the waste or byproduct, and also information and open information and trust. Those are among the most critical challenges that are mentioned as well in this lecture. So let's take a look at what is what. When we say matching problem, that's mainly for timing, quantity, and the location. Timing is critical because many products are produced they are based on seasonality. That means maybe you have production during summertime, but you just disconnect your production or stop your production during winter time, but still receiver need your waste. And again, quantity produced of waste and byproduct will be over the demand or even under the demand. And also location, especially in countries like Norway, for example, it is not easy to connect companies for their exchange of materials. And the quality, again, that could be any product with less quality or lower than the expected quality level that can harm the receiver's process as well, because those waste could be used directly without any additional material, or it will be part of some virgin materials, but not only the new composition, product composition, but even it can harm the machinery, production, or all kind of system in the receiver part. And the inventory and storage logistics. Due to that variability in production of waste and also in demand, we may need some buffer management. That means we should have some storage somewhere, in addition to transportation. But when it comes to lean production, which kind of promote just-in-time production, that means working with ideally almost zero inventory and do not keep the stock anywhere. That is a bit controversial to lean production, but still we may need some buffer. We may need some safety stock levels, but those should be quite optimized with the help of some maybe analytics and of course quite data. Since there are a lot of confidentiality issues, companies are not always willing to share that much their data. So those are kind of problems. With the last one that I want to mention here is the process efficiency. There is a risk to bring extra kind of burden to the primary producer. They know this, but I mean, there should be balance, and that shouldn't affect negatively the production of primary products. Now, I would like to share with you this question, and you can just select one topic only, and then think why it is important, plus how you think that challenge can be overcome.
Yeah, I can say something. For matching problem, we can use digital platforms to map available resource and needs, and also allow flexible contracts instead of having fixed volume. And as you mentioned, introduce temporary storage or buffers. Start with nearby patterns to reduce transport issues for matching problem.
Lean aims to first cut the waste, eliminate the waste, cut the waste, and shorten the time of production. By doing this, there are a lot of opportunities for companies because lead time will be reduced. But there are some principles. First of all, Lean is starting the job with defining the value. What is demanded, what is expected from the customer side, which is the value. Then once the value is specified, the second question is how we can link this value into every elements of the production system. That is done by streaming the value using some tools like value stream mapping. Once we specify the stream of this value, the next aim is to keep the process or the stream always flowing. Introducing the pool into production system, you do not produce more than needed. You do not produce earlier or later than needed. So that's, in short, is what the Lean is about. But Lean has also different type of waste, but they are a bit different from the waste that we are talking in circular economy. Lean definition of waste is this: anything other than adding value to product or to customer or to order is waste. If you, for example, transport any product from point A to point B, you do not add any value to your product. If you just keep your material or work in process inventory or final inventory somewhere in storage, if not necessary, then you are not adding any value to your product. You are just adding cost to your product. We have some other type of wastes. Those are kind of sourcing these 7 wastes. One is in Japanese word is muda, which is waste. Another, you see here we have the capacity in company, but any resources that are underutilized could be considered as waste here. There are a lot of tools of lean production, but I would like to show you here only 2. One is value stream mapping. Remember again, the second principle of lean production after specifying the value is to stream the value throughout the production or supply chain processes. Another good tool in lean production system is the Kanban. Kanban, by origin, it is a kind of it's a name for cart, a cart that is describing the demand from the customer side. It could be in different form, but mainly we have production or withdrawal Kanbans. How then lean and quality concepts solve the challenges of these problems that were mentioned here? There should be kind of a transformation of mind shift from the definition of waste to kind of, quite quality product. If we can make this, then the job will be easy. But the first idea should be to minimize the waste or eliminate the waste. But then, anyway, if still we have waste, then that should be kind of quality waste. Do not waste your waste